Hi, it's Empress Rose, and welcome to our collective reading. Thank you so much for being here. Take what works, leave what doesn't. Any interaction with the channel is fabulous, not just for the algorithm, but just building a unique community here. There are so many amazing people that leave comments regularly, irregularly, like, subscribe. There's just a lot of amazing people that seem to have congregated here, and I'm just so proud of our collective here. It's really cool. I also wanted to say a big thank you to Isabel and Pooja again for generous donations, and Anna and Melina, and you guys are really wonderful and really bless me and feed me. I'm soul, body and soul. So thank you. All right, we're going to get started here with interesting. These first cards, you know, sometimes I'm like, that's for me, you know. Oh my gosh, what's going on here? Well, interrupted. Good. All right. Well, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So something is shifting. Something has to change. It's time for this thing to change. I don't think this is a mystery to you. I don't think you need to sit there and sort through your brain, your life, your day, and be like, what do I need to realign? You know what you need to realign. You know what's not working. So it's not working. It's not working anymore. Maybe it did, but who you are changes, and the way your life functions outside of that must change to reflect who you are. So maybe you found, you know, for example, like a sense of self-worth, more self-worth. And then you're looking at your life and you're like, why don't these people are not reflecting this? This job is not reflecting this. This situation is not reflecting how I've changed on the inside. So then we need to change things in the outside. And it might be very small. It might just be a small little adjustment. I want to say something like adjusting the light, or adjusting the way something lays. Or maybe even some feng shui in your house. Anyway, something needs to be adjusted, realigned. You need a realignment done here. Maybe you hit a bump and it puts you off kilter, and you just got to realign. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to be the whole thing. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Yeah, that was exactly what I was thinking. Like, it's just a shift. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Maybe you just add something to your routine, or take something out of your routine, or it doesn't have to be a big freaking deal. Don't overthink it. You already know what it is. Yeah, exactly. You don't have to go sorting and sifting and figuring it out and having a lot of angst about it. You already know. And it's just an alignment. You are headed in the right direction. You're headed towards some place you need to be going towards. So keep going. Maybe adjust a few things, adjust how you approach something. Maybe it's adjusting your insides for how the outside needs to so that you can deal better with the outside situation, right? I was first thinking, like, maybe you need to adjust the outside to reflect the inside, but maybe you need to reflect it. Anyway, you'll figure it out. Don't overthink it. That notes as much to me here as it is to you there in whatever situation we're talking about. So yeah, you just keep going, make a few adjustments. You know, you don't need a whole new car. You need just a little alignment. You need your wheels aligned, tires. Initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I love this. Like, keep going. It's really, yeah, okay. It looks a little scary. You might need to, like, gather some extra courage that you didn't think you needed. But you're passing the tunnel. I don't know why I'm remembering this, but my daughter, when she was like 1.5, we lived in Seattle, and there are a lot of tunnels, like kind of longish tunnels in Seattle. And she would and the lights would, like, it'd be the strobe light thing, and she just loved it. She'd sit in the back, you know, in the car seat where it's supposed to be, in the back there. And she'd just scream, no. It was just so exciting. And I don't know why I'm telling you that. Maybe that's a distraction, but I think that's the energy. It's just like, yeah, strobe lighty, long, dark tunnel. And then just so excited, just screaming, I'm in the tunnel. No. Anyway, there's something about that energy. So this initiation, I'm just hearing this enthusiastic toddler screaming nunnel. And I've never really seen that of this in this initiation card as a tunnel. I see it as a threshold, stepping over something. But I'm seeing right now it's a little bit of a longer channel than maybe what you were expecting. And there's a lot of energy involved with this nunnel, with this passage. So yeah, crossing the threshold. Well, that's what it says. That's why I always see it as a threshold. But I'm seeing it as a nunnel. Crossing the threshold can also be like a rite of passage, or like a graduation, or a milestone birthday. You know, I really see milestone energy here. Wow, there's a lot flipping over here, so we're just going to keep going though. Maybe what you need to adjust or change is your expectations for something, how long something was going to take. But it looks like you're at the end of the tunnel. I mean, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and you're approaching that light. You're already doing it. You've been in a long tunnel. You're approaching some sort of light. And maybe you just need to adjust to the light too. Maybe a light in your life. This is more like adjusting to something. You're going to need to adjust to some sort of light perhaps, or some sort of, right? The light was coming, adjust the light. I think it's adjust to the light, because it looks like you've been going through this long rite of passage. Keep going. You're almost there. You're almost there. I don't know where there is, but things might shift, and you'll need to put some sunglasses on for a while until you're used to how bright it is outside. Sleeping Beauty's dream. This is like a visioning of stability. I think it is so important. It has come to my attention recently, again, how important it is to know what you want, to know how much money you need to live, or to acquire your dream, or to whatever, what the actual things are that you actually need, and knowing what you want, and knowing what you need, and knowing details about that, like having that really good foundation. So this is like a stone house, and there's a sense of security here, and like exactly what do you need? Because what if somebody, you know, the universe may ask you what you want or what you need, and it's important to have that. So have that ready, or to know, have a ballpark figure of what it is you need. So Sleeping Beauty's dream, this is visioning. This is visioning of stability, either in a relationship or in your life. Maybe even thinking about home, what kind of home you would like. You know, maybe you're not in your ideal place, right? But you're thinking and you're visioning. Maybe you're imagining. Yeah, I mean, you're already doing it, so keep going. And maybe this is just really imagining where we end up, or what you want. Yeah, it's a private dreaming. Interesting. Interesting. And then we have the same thing here. Oh, sunny day, a private vision, right? She's been through that tunnel. She's wearing the black of a widow. She's been through some darkness, and she wears it. It's part of who she is. It's part of how she presents to the world, consciously or unconsciously, is this darkness. She's protecting her vision. There's a vision only she can see here. And she's very hopeful, right? It's giving this, like looking out into this light, oh sunny day, and looking out into the light. And look, she's got this, like, she's adjusted the light. So she's got this umbrella that's sort of keeping the sun off her face. We don't know how long she's been in the tunnel or inside. We don't know. But she has a vision. And so this one is dreaming a vision, and she's having the vision. Night dreaming and daydreaming is what I'm seeing here too. Both types of dreaming while you're asleep, dreaming while you're awake, visioning, something about both of those needing to be present here. And then we have these three ladybugs, very hopeful, optimistic. It's a very optimistic energy. It's reminding me of last week when we had these new moons, in both the Aquarius new moon and the Virgo new moon were about like your energy and your optimism, and bringing that into a situation, some optimistic energy. And And that may be what needs to shift here, because being in the tunnel for so long, maybe optimism has been in short supply. And now that we're seeing some sort of light at the end of the tunnel, she's seeing that light, oh, sunny day. So I love the adjustment to the brightness and sort of making it more tolerable to yourself. I almost say like bringing a little shade into a very positive situation. If that positivity feels very overwhelming to you, or if something feels overwhelming to you, bringing that in. I don't know why I'm feeling overwhelmed here. It's like, keep going, do some shifts, don't overthink it. There's visioning. Okay, don't overthink it. We're just going to keep going here with that, with that theme. So night dreaming, daydreaming, visioning a solid future, visioning a big bright future. And then there's something about adjusting to some sort of light and making it more, needing to adjust to some sort of light. Sleeping and waking, but still that has that tunnel metaphor of like sleeping in the dark of the tunnel, and waking is like emerging, is like opening your eyes and waking up to something. Okay, I've got the urban crow. Oh wow, look at this. What did we have down here? I have to take it. She's on the floor. She just kind of got a little lost. Morning dew girl. Oh, that's grief. Right. Well, we already had that here. That's not a big surprise. There's grief. And that grief is turning into something else, or is being harvested for use. There's sadnesses, but we're making those useful. There's not... We're pushing through this darkness, perhaps, pushing through this tunnel. Pushing through. I don't know if that's the right word. We're not pushing. We're kind of gliding through some darkness, because there is a sunny day coming. And maybe what we're aligning, or what we're shifting, is how we view our past pains, things we've already been through, things that we've already experienced, how we're viewing that, how we're seeing that, and how we can use those things for our benefit rather than for our detriment. They're not brakes constantly being applied to our joy and to our forward progress. They are actually fueling growth and part of our forward progress. There may be something a little bit painful about this threshold, or a little bit scary, a little bit difficult about this breaking through to the other side. You're already doing it. Don't overthink it. So, communication. Ooh. This is hitting on this, saying what you need, right? He's coming with a bowl. He's like, hey, you're cooking. I need some food. Communicating your needs. And maybe that's the adjustment. Maybe that's something that has to do with the adjustment, is what do you need right now? And communicating that and being very clear with that, and stating, hey, you got some food. I'm hungry. I need some food. So this crow is here. But the doors of communication are open, right? This window is open so that we can hear what's being said. We can hear the need. But this could be you too, speaking in need. Like when the door opens, when the opportunity opens, then cross the threshold, go through the window, go through the door, and find what it is you need. Ask for what you need. And maybe that is the difficulty of this initiation, is the difficulty you may have in asking for what you need, and asking for what you need. So somebody has a need, and they are bringing it to somebody else's attention. But that's because the door opens. The door opens. There's an opening. There's an opening, and you're going through it. But there's communication here. That's just downright. There's a dream, there's a vision, and there's talking about it. That takes a lot of courage, actually, to talk about a dream, a hope, a vision that you have, especially among people that, we have our safe people, and then we have people that we might have to tell these dreams to, or say what we need to say to. And it can be a little scary because we don't know how they're going to respond. Or maybe they're in a role right now where they can't be sympathetic. And maybe they can be sympathetic, but because of societal roles and stuff like that, be it mother and child, be it, one's an authority, one's the supplicant, or the, is by necessity immature. And that role, even though, the parent may understand what the child is saying, what the child needs, they still have to make the best decision for, like, say, the whole family or for the whole situation. And may not be in a position to be like, oh yeah, I can meet this need right now. It's like, oh, I can meet that need in a bit, but you're going to have to wait a little bit. I see that you're hungry. I hear that you're hungry, but sometimes in business and in our adult lives, we can't even say that. Like, I see what you need. I can't do anything about that right now. But so it can be scary to, like, communicate that and to express your vision or your dream to someone who might be in a position to say no, or might have to say no out here, but inside is seeing what's going on and really understands. But I don't know. Yeah, that's a really interesting little rabbit trail there. Dreams. You guys. Dreams. The key. Head in the clouds. Seeing the key. Visioning. It could be literally a dream you're having is a key, provides you with something. One thing I love about dreams and keeping track of dreams is that this is just reminding me that dream journaling can be a key to changing your mind, because our dreams are so creative. Our dreams are so interesting. We can tap into this creative self that is sometimes blocked from view during our day-to-day life when we're having to be practical, when we're having to be, realistic, right? And so our dreams can tap into this. They can also, dream journaling can also just keep you out of your routine thoughts long enough to provide an opportunity for a shift. So we often wake up and we have the same thoughts. Oh, yes, this problem. Oh, yes, this problem. And we go back into our routine thoughts, our routine thoughts. But dream journaling can just give you that extra little moment to be out of your routine thoughts, to be out of your typical way of seeing things and seeing things in this much more creative and interesting way. So dreams, I love dreams. I love dream interpretation. And this key is really fascinating to me. There's some kind of information in your dreams, be they a daydream. I think that's why we're having Oh Sunny Day and Sleeping Beauty's dream. It could be both, where you're getting some sort of key, some sort of enlightenment from either a sleeping dream or a daydream. It kind of comes in and you're like, oh, that's the solution to this problem. That opens this door. That there's something about your dreams. And look, communication in dreams, right? And I was just talking about how difficult it is to communicate your dreams. Well, probably because those cards came out, but it can be really difficult to be vulnerable like that and say what you want, what you're visioning, what you hope for. I'm going to just shuffle these cards again. We're doing the Muse Tarot this week. That was very clear to me. This was the tarot deck of the week. The Chariot, moving forward, coalition building, working with other people for a period of time. So it does remind me actually of like a play or a movie or something where all these people come together with their skill sets and work together for a common purpose for a period of time. It's not forever. These aren't coworkers you'll work with every day for like 10 years. This is like people that you might be working with and coordinating with for, a couple of months. So you're working with this team, the Chariot, moving forward. It's definitely forward movement. It's not, right? We're chewing to the end of this tunnel. chewing. Oh my God. There's so many funny little stories coming through here. Chewing through to this tunnel. And you're moving forward, but there's coordination aspects here, and there's inspired coordination. So these people aren't Or yeah, so it could even be family, like family that you just work with for a period of time. But there's a group of people that you're maybe working with on some sort of volunteer project or working with on some kind of limited time project is what I see here. Past, present, inner landscape, what's at issue, environment, to-do lists, possible outcome. Beautiful. All right. In the recent past, muse of voices. This could be an expert in the field, someone who's a planner, this could be a lawyer that you've talked to or been. This is someone that is very intellectual, very smart. Maybe it's a doctor that you've been to. They're not always very smart, especially emotionally. But they can be very precise. This could be a surgeon as well that you've spoken to. There's something about coordinating ideas. Again, it's coming in with this coordination here. This is the coordinator. They're in your past. You already know who they are. You've already experienced them and worked with this person before. It's coming in as not you, but for some of you it could be you. But there's just smart, balanced, expert communication professor. Could be a professor if they wanted to. Just the person coordinating everything, the person, the project coordinator, someone like that. They're not very hands-on, except if they're a surgeon, because there's a precision with King of Swords, someone that works with knives or works with specific tools. I guess a dentist is coming in here too. A dentist. But it's someone you've already worked with and seen. So this expert. Yeah, the dentist, like a teeth cleaning, some kind of dental work. That can't be for all of you, but a dentist is coming in here. So somebody's got a dentist very prominently in their life right now. So awakening. Oh, you're having all sorts of realizations and understandings, or you're learning something, you're figuring something out, you're reviewing something, you're understanding something. You're like, maybe this person's explained something to you and you're like, oh, okay, that's what's going on. That's it. There's a realization, right, coming in that's changing you somehow. You're getting the information you need from this expert. Yeah, it's like you've consulted an expert, maybe a specialist or something like that, and you've gotten the information you need, or you're realizing something. And it could be what is not aligned or need to change. Could be like your diet, your oral hygiene, your whatever, maybe even like your glasses or something. I don't know, but you're learning something and figuring something. It's going to have a profound effect on your life. It's really touching you. You're like, oh my gosh, this is so important. This is actually, this seems like it's actually a big deal. And maybe when you first heard some sort of news from this muse of voices, which could be a news bearer, a news anchor, a news expert, someone who is really, though, at the top of the field. And you're starting to understand something and starting to realize something. It's the dawning. It's dawning on you. Again, with this like light at the end of this tunnel, these even have like this light coming in and explaining something, or clarity coming. The 20 awakening judgment card is just like, the news has already been delivered. Something's already been delivered, understood, but the impact is being felt. It can also be feedback is being asked of you. Maybe this muse of voices is asking you for your feedback on something. But there is a sense of realizing and understanding and seeing something that happened in the past, perhaps with this muse of voices. Perhaps a doctor said something to you and you're now starting to like process what that meant, what that's about. This could be I don't know why I'm getting health things, but a team of healthcare workers or something like that. So here we have 9 of voices, your hopes, your fears, your inner landscape, anxiety. You're anxious. You're starting to realize something and see something, and it's causing some anxiety. And I hope that just stating that that's not a suggestion that this should cause anxiety. I think it has. I think maybe you had a dream about something that's caused some anxiety, and maybe had you realize, maybe you had a dream about something, or you're having a dream about something, or you will have a dream about something that helps you understand a situation, and it feels like it might be a bit more serious than what you were realizing at the beginning, and you're now realizing this is actually a bit more of a serious situation or something, but it's causing anxiety. I think this realization, this awakening, this understanding of something going on is starting to cause some serious anxiety. You're realizing something, and it could be keeping you up at night. The thing about 9 of voices is you're safe physically right now. You're okay. You're just anticipating something happening. You're worried about something happening. You're connecting dots, and maybe they're not even the dots that need to be connected. But we do have a lot of asleepness, and this anxiety here. We have maybe anxiety at night, maybe anxiety waking you up, right? Because we have awakening. So you could be awakening with anxiety. You probably, if you were not waking up with anxiety, sometimes right now you're probably not paying very much attention, or if you are waking up with anxiety, you're in great company right now. Pretty much everybody is, as far as I can tell. So Queen of Emotions in reverse. This is with that next to that anxiety card. Yeah, emotions off kilter. Somebody might be overly expressing their emotions, highly triggered, highly reactive. Queen of Emotions is typically someone whose feelings are fairly contained. They're being very private with their feelings. They might express themselves in a journal or to a therapist, but they're not out here. This is someone who's out here, like their anxiety is spewing. It's out and about. It's going around. Maybe it's you that's having a high intense reaction, but this Queen of Emotions reverse could be somebody else who's just, and maybe you're realizing that somebody is mentally ill, or somebody is having a break, a mental health break, or something. It's a line in your life. Like maybe you're having a bit of a mental health breakdown. But this Queen of Emotions is somebody having a mental health breakdown. They're not able to, I think it's dissembling. Someone's just kind of falling apart a little bit. This could be causing you anxiety. You could be watching somebody fall apart a little bit and be very concerned. Wow, we had so much hope, but this could be what this like morning dew girl is about. This is concerning, and I think this is causing anxiety for you. This is somebody's, male or female, is just not doing well. And the 9 of voices here, we have like 3 dream cards on the table. So this could be like anxiety dreams or something like that. It could be somebody else like expressing a lot of negative emotions, and that's having a profound effect on you. You may not be the one that's sort of dissembling, but hearing somebody react or overreact, or it's hard to imagine an overreaction to some of the stuff we're experiencing right now, but somebody is not doing well. Something's coming, like, and maybe it's not overt, maybe it's like they're becoming very controlling or very difficult to work with, or maybe mean or cruel. Mean or cruel could be Queen of Emotions in reverse. I usually think of that though as Queen of Swords, but someone could be spilling their emotions out. Anyway, I think we've covered that. Then we have 10 of Emotions in your environment. This is really fascinating. So next to this anxiety card, she looks like she's having a hard time. This looks like somebody's actually like really expressing some positive emotions. When we go from here, maybe you're having a lot of anxiety about someone's expression, but we did it. And this coming out next to, so there's such a juxtaposition here. We have the day and night, and that's maybe what we're dealing with. Maybe we're dealing with someone who's having bipolar episodes or something like that, which just the day and night issue and the Queen of Emotions in reverse could be that as well. But this is like, we're so yay, we did it, and it's this group activity. And this is what's so funny is I was seeing this as a play, and I usually see this as a play, the wrap party, or the, where we did it, we did the whole run, we did everything, we accomplished this. So this group has worked on a project together, and they're excited and they're happy, and there's a strong sense of accomplishment. We did it together. There's peace in the middle of the difficulty. We did it. Oh my gosh. Yay, we completed this. We finished the run. We had a successful run of things. It's never permanent. It's a moment, and then the next play starts, and then they start building the set for the next play and casting for the next play. And all of this stuff starts happening, and we start the rebuilding process. But this is that moment at the end when it's all said and done, and we did it. So this is going on around you. You may be watching this group be like, yay, we did it, but you're having anxiety inside. But the Queen of Emotions reversed isn't very private. It's tumultuous emotions. So I'll leave that to you guys, because that seemed to work really well when I didn't overthink it last time, and I did. But you guys were like, oh no, that makes sense to me. So this makes sense to you somehow. Yay, we did it. But somebody's like, maybe it's one of those things where it's a party and there's somebody at the party that arrives to the party, but they're like having a crisis. And they've arrived to the party in crisis or something, because there's two parties here. There's two party cards here. All the party cards are here. So there's a party, but maybe someone's just and you're having anxiety about this party. I don't know. And it's a group that kind of works together sometimes. Okay, your to-do list is a magician. Number 1, get this party started. Yeah, you've already been inspired. You've already gotten the inspiration, and you are bringing the energy, the lightning bolt, maybe you are the awakening. Maybe, you've received some sort of information and you're bringing it creates something. Everything you have, you have everything you need. I need to say that. You have everything you need. You have all the resources you need to create, I think, this dream that you have. And it could be just a project. You could be getting the team together to do something, but something's already completed, and then you're starting on a much bigger journey. So there's this like completion in your environment, and maybe you're not even part of it. Maybe everybody's completed some sort of project, something together, and then you're instigating some new project or you're the instigator. And we have initiation with this magician card. You're getting the party started, actually. There's 2 party cards here, but you're the one that's getting it started. You're bringing the party. You're making the party. Or maybe you're working with some people to bring the party, but you're the MC or something. Let's get this party started is what I'm hearing. So this dream, the energy to create the dream, oh my gosh, yes. And it's the like as above, so below situation, right? As above, so below. And you are the conduit. These dreams up here that you're having, and your daydreams and your night dreams and all these dreams up here, yeah, you are the conduit. You are the lightning rod for that. You are the grounded, you are the grounded energy. You're bringing it into reality. You're the spark. You're the initiator. The initiator in this initiation. You're the initiator. You have to adjust something. Maybe what you're adjusting is waiting for other people to snap their fingers and make the dream come true. You're the one snapping your fingers to make the dream come true. Yeah, initiation. You're the initiator, though. You're tapped in to both earth energy and spirit energy. These dreams, they're starting to come into reality. This is step one, maybe. But you've already been doing it, so it's just another step, isn't it? But there's some kind of instigation. Maybe you suggest something. Maybe you make a proposal, right? Knowing what that dream is that you have and communicating it and speaking it. And maybe in a way, if you have the right audience, speaking it into existence. If you have the right person or the right audience, because right here we have an audience. And you're speaking to this audience and in a way putting your neck out there with this dream that you have or this vision that you have. You're communicating your dream. And that is a key part of creating the dream, is communicating the dream, right? I work in film, and sometimes the film industry is all over the map sometimes. So one thing I've noticed is directors have two jobs. One is to have a vision and the other is to communicate the vision. If they fail on either one of those, they're a crap director. And I'm not that stoked about working with them. So it is that having the vision and communicating the vision. That's what I'm seeing you here. Having the vision and communicating it, having to do both things. And right here we have the chariot. We have a charioteer, a director. Maybe you're the director, but you're directing on some level here. Having the dream, communicate the dream. Those are the two key things to being a good director. Okay. 3 of emotions, party, friends. Hanging out with friends. I always feel like this last card of possible outcome, I'm always like, yeah, and then 2 seconds on this. Like, what's coming up? This is like the whole point of the reading in some ways. It's like, what's coming up? Okay, so I become a director. I have a vision. I communicate the vision. What now? You're having a party. You're celebrating. You're, maybe this is the wrap party, and you're like, I want to go to the wrap party. You had a vision. I'm at this wrap party. You're communicating it. I want to go to the wrap party. And you do. You have these friends. You have a tribe of people that you either meet or find. There's a group of people, but there's celebration. There's hanging out. Maybe it's not an official party. Maybe it's just going out for drinks with people. That's a 3 of emotions. It's 3 of cups. It always reminds me of going out to drinks with friends. It's a friendship card. And the friends can be of various ages. They might be at different stages in their life. Some might be experiencing victories. Some might be experiencing losses. Some might not be aware of, there's varying levels of awareness here, of awareness of the situation. There's varying willingnesses to see, to communicate. It's like they all look the same. It almost looks like a 3-headed person, but they're so different is what I'm seeing is the differences too. There's a lot of differences here. Right? This moon, this Hecate vibe here, this maiden mother crone, this moon here in different phases, 3 different phases we have, right? So even though there's like this similarity and everybody looks like alike and they almost look like triplets or conjoined triplets, there's this like wide variety among them. And I personally love intergenerational friendships and connecting with people of different ages. So yeah, there's a party, a gathering, maybe a dinner, something. And maybe you've envisioned a dinner or a party and you're telling people, I want to host this party. I want to do this. Like, You have this idea and you're bringing it, let's all go out. Let's all do this thing together. And you're creating it. But you're the one that's creating it. You're bringing in the leadership role. You're realizing maybe something that you want and you are initiating it. But overall, after all of that, I think this is where we end up. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north, and just keep going. Yeah, your vision, your true north, your vision. Keep moving towards it. Don't stop. Don't give up. This might be actually that threshold, that tunnel before the light at the end of the tunnel. But anyway, that almost seems like a different topic, doesn't it? I don't know. But this magician, the dreams, the communicating, the vision. You have the vision. It's time for you to communicate it. Maybe it's just a vision for friendship. Maybe you're just reaching out to some friends and being like, hey, let's get together. Let's hang out. Or perhaps you start something and you do a little celebration about it. Like, we started this. We've begun this. You're like, I got the job. You maybe haven't started the job, but you got the job, and now you're going out to celebrate getting the job. Just the beginning of something deserves a reward. The initiation of something, the initiating of something, the getting something off the ground, the first step of bringing a dream to reality deserves some kind of celebration. It deserves to be honored somehow. All right, so auspicious omens, auspicious symbols. Lotus. Let go of challenges. It's time to bloom. So, and I would say look for, one of the points of this card to me and bringing these omens in is look for the lotus. Look for something that resembles a lotus. It might be a sign to you. It might be something where, maybe you start a yoga practice. Like you have this doctor that tells you need to start moving more, and you're like, oh my gosh, I do. Oh, I'm starting to realize I actually do. And so you sign up for the class, and then you actually end up meeting a bunch of friends in the class and meeting people. Anyway, there's going to be like a lotus blossom or something that tells you this is the right place, or reminds you that it's something not necessarily to go hunting for. Don't overthink it, but it'll be there. The sign will be there. The lotus will be there to help you. Maybe this totally looks like you're starting a yoga class or something. Like somebody said, hey, the doctor was like, hey, your blood pressure's too high. You got to do something. And you're like, oh my gosh, I really do. And you're anxious, but you go to this class, right? These people are already there. They already know what they're doing. You start this, and then you meet a bunch of people and you have a bunch of friendships that actually end up developing. But so this lotus and this let go of challenges, it's time to bloom. Yeah, you've been through the mud. You've been through the tunnel. You've been through the mud and the tunnel, and you're this lotus who's tunneled up through this mud, and here you are. You're emerging from this muddy water into the light. Allow yourself to bloom. That muddy water, you needed it. It was the tunnel. It's time, but allowing yourself to bloom in the light and maybe even just get some sunshine. So that lotus flower should be important here. Maybe this is just a comment somebody makes this Queen of Emotions in reverse. Kind of could just be an offhand comment, not a total freak out like I was thinking before, but it could just be an offhand comment from someone who's not very well emotionally regulated, or very well, very mature, emotionally mature. It could be an immature comment that somebody just kind of makes offhand that kind of gets you in your head and overthinking things. But yeah, go through that and start this new thing. Get started on this new journey. All right, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you guys so much for all of the energy you bring to these readings. And yeah, love you guys. Talk to you next time.